Here with one of our own today, we have a boy who stepped onto the football field as a small child and grew up to play alongside one of India's greatest and a few greats around the world. With me is ex-Kerala Blaster striker and ILeague winner KARAN SAWHNEY. Karan, how's it going?
Very well, Rahul. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's an absolute pleasure.
Karan, let's get straight into it. You joined Mahindra when you were 12. So talk us through that experience, because in that stint, you were at the India under 13 and under 16 camp. You were at the Maharashtra camp. So take us through that.
I started playing football when I was 7, honestly, Rahul, in school. And the journey started from there, from probably just going and playing football in a PT period. Then from there, representing school, getting selected for Mahindra United, which was a top club back in the day. I got selected for the under 13 side. From there, got a lot of opportunities because you're playing for such a big club. You get scouted by the state team, you get scouted by different clubs from across India. So I was lucky enough, and I'm absolutely grateful for getting scouted and getting selected for under 14 Maharashtra, under 16 Maharashtra, where we played different tournaments. And from there, coming back to school football, winning for the first time, which I know maybe it might not sound correct, but winning the first division title for the first time for my school, which was a big thing. Did that as well, and from there got selected for the Tata Football Academy round.
So there, at the Tata Football Academy, there was this moment where you had a very memorable goal against Inter Milan.
Yes.
So talk us through that.
It started with representing Mahindra United in the under 19 ILeague, where I was 14 at that time, and to get into Tata Football Academy you have to be a 15-year-old, because you have to live in the academy for 4 years. So it was in Jamshedpur in the Steel City, where we were scouted for the selections of Tata Football Academy. Few of us from the Mahindra United team who were a part of the India camp under 14 and under 16 got a call up for Tata Football Academy. We got selected there. Was a great 4 years. We got to play senior nationals. We got to play the tournament you spoke about, the Gauteng Future Tournament, which was in South Africa, in Joburg. And over there, Inter Milan was in the same group as us. Although in other groups, you had Boca Juniors, you had Manchester City, there was Kaizer Chiefs of South Africa, and a few other clubs from the world. And they scored 3 past us. And then there was this lucky moment, I remember, is we got a free kick. It deflected off the keeper, came right onto my chest outside the box, one touch to my right, and I finished it with my right foot. We celebrated like we won the match, but we lost 4-1. But the good thing was that the Inter Milan coach noticed that, and he told me that if you ever played like anyone, you'd probably be someone like an Ibra. So that, not being too pompous, but that gave me a bit of confidence to take my football career ahead.
If Ibra is listening, this one's on Twitter tomorrow morning.
Yeah, man, for sure.
So in 2012, you joined Salgaonkar in the ILeague.
Yeah.
You mentioned something about Luis Figo.
Right.
So what was that?
So after completing 4 years at the academy, different players get selected in different clubs. We had players going to the Pioneer Arrows, which was the junior team for the Indian national team. You had players going to senior professional clubs like Salgaonkar, Mohun Bagan, East Bengal. I got drafted in for Salgaonkar in Goa. There I got an opportunity to play for Figo 11. It was a charity match that we played. It was Figo 11 versus Barreto 11, who was an Indian legend. He was from Brazil as well. Figo obviously Portuguese. Over there I was playing as a striking partner to Figo, which was a lot of fun. It was great. It was a 90-minute game, and we won that match 4-1.
Fanboy moment?
Absolutely, man. I got 2 assists on that, and Figo scored a goal.
Nice.
So I was happy with that, yeah.
So in 2013, post your stint with Salgaonkar, you moved to Bengaluru FC.
Yes.
You made your debut versus the Churchill brothers.
Right.
And you came on for one of India's greatest, Sunil Chhetri. So, talk us through that moment where, he comes to you and he taps you in.
When I signed for Bengaluru FC, we had no idea that Sunil Chhetri was being signed as well. So on the first day that he arrived, we always idolized him because he was our senior, one of India's greatest players. And for me, only to be playing in the same, on the same training ground, in the same team, sharing the same dressing room, I was in awe at that time. And this was a match which was away in Goa. We were playing Churchill Brothers, and it was, I think, in the 70th minute where Sunil Chhetri comes off. Our coach then, Bengaluru FC coach, Ashley Westwood. Top coach, top guy, top manager. I mean, couldn't thank him enough because he changed football for me in terms of fitness. And he gave me my first opportunity where I came on for Chhetri, and I mean, yeah, the rest is history.
Another fanboy moment.
Absolutely.
So you even won the league with Bangalore
Yeah.
that season. I mean,
Yeah.
the first top team to win the league, in its inception.
Right.
And then you went to the Asia Cup where
Right.
you reached the semi-finals. You did a pre-season in China.
Yeah.
So what was that experience like?
So, Bengaluru FC, honestly, it was a new club where players who were not very famous, I would say, other than Chhetri, obviously, were made to make a team at that time. And I remember the first day when we came, Sunil Chhetri walked into the dressing room. And in football, generally we speak in Hindi or Punjabi or some other language. So I remember this moment where few of us were talking in English and he abused us. He came into the dressing room and he was like, I don't think this team can win. Like, I've never heard a football player speak in English. Because generally footballers or any sportsmen, there's a different language, you'll never see a sports person talk in English. So, and then when we started training, he saw potential in each player. All thanks to our coach, our gaffer Ashley Westwood at that time, because the pre-season he put us through. I mean, I've never done such a pre-season in my life. 3 weeks of only and only physical torture at that time, I'm telling you, which paid off. And yeah, we won the league in the first year itself, and I think no team in the world has ever done that. Yeah,
That's amazing. You then moved to Mumbai.
Right.
In 16-17.
Correct.
Where you had 3 goals in the 13 games that you
Yeah.
played. So after winning so much with Bangalore, was it, I mean, of course it was difficult, to move to a new team, but how was that experience coming back to your city?
Absolutely. I mean, in the first season with Bangalore, we won the ILeague. And in the second season, when you win the ILeague, you automatically qualify for the Asia Cup. So we qualified for the Asia Cup for the first time. We went to China for our preseason. We went to Guangzhou for our preseason. Over there, we were there for I think about 4 weeks. We played with Guangzhou Evergrande, where Sven-Goran Eriksson was the manager. I think he managed England in the 2006 or 10 World Cup, if I'm not wrong. And that was, I mean, that's where we realized, football is so different in different parts of the world. Great experience in China during our preseason over there. First time in the Asia Cup, taking that experience with us, we reached the semi-finals. We beat this team from Malaysia called Johor in the quarterfinals, which was unbelievable for us because I think they have the maximum record of winning the most number of Asia Cups. Taking that experience, obviously, then signing for Mumbai FC, like you said, which was great. I was linked with my junior Mahindra United coach, Santosh Kashyap, who was my coach in under 13 and under 14 Mahindra. He became the senior coach at Mumbai FC, and he signed me there.
And then in 16-17, the call finally came for the ISL.
Yes.
Signed for Kerala Blasters.
Right.
I mean, you made your debut on 9 December 2017.
Yeah.
Regardless of the result, it was still, a debut in the ISL, playing alongside greats like Berbatov, Wes Brown. So what was going through your mind at that time?
Absolutely. ISL started in 2014 or 2015, if I'm not wrong. We were in Bengaluru at that time, and we weren't allowed to play the ISL because we were a part of the ILeague. And Bengaluru didn't want that to release any players to play the ISL and come back and play the ILeague. So my first chance was after Mumbai FC, where I was drafted by Kerala Blasters at that time. And I'll tell you something. When I signed for Kerala, I had no idea who my teammates were going to be because it's a draft. Foreign players are signed by the foreign coaches most of the times. And yeah, I got to share the dressing room with my heroes who we've been seen growing up. Dimitar Berbatov, Wes Brown, both of them Manchester United legends, and I've always been a Manchester United fan. I saw them for the first time when we were at Preseason in Marbella in Spain, and it was a dream. Honestly, for the first 2 or 3 weeks, I couldn't believe I couldn't believe I'm training with them. I was always sitting next to Wes Brown because he was the jersey number 6, I was 7. So his seat was always right next to me, and I used to always look at him. If he ties his right shoe first, I used to tie my right shoe first. If he went and he wore his left shin pad first, I always did that. I thought that, okay, whatever he's going to do, I'm going to use that and do that on the pitch. So it was fun. I mean, Wes Brown, he's a great guy, very humble guy. And yeah, it was a great experience for me.
And Berbatov, a legend, whom you beat in a FIFA tournament within your club.
I mean, that was something where I don't know if he'll be very happy with, but I was very happy, where it was the last day of preseason. So we have these team bonding activities. So we had this FIFA 17 tournament at that time, where before beating Berbatov in the final, I beat Wes, I think 1 or 2-0 in the semi-final. And then I got a chance to play with Berbatov, who beat one of our teammates in the semi-final. And yeah, I won a trophy as well.
So that was ISL then?
Yes.
I mean, ISL now, Kerala, 3 games, 2 draws.
Yeah.
So thoughts on that before we get into the, the other games?
Honestly, I'll tell you, I think Kerala has been unlucky this season. They have built up their squad. If you see Kerala's defense, you've seen they've got the likes of Costa, who's played in the UEFA Champions League. He's a top player, top signing. They've got Kone, who's also played in the French league. So if we speak about Kerala's defense, they've got a very solid defense, the back four. And they've also signed this number 9, his name is Hooper, who has played in the UEFA Champions League as well. They've paid a huge sum of money to get him in. But they've been unlucky and probably in scoring goals, but otherwise they've had a pretty solid performance. And obviously I'm rooting for them to win this season as well. I'm tied between Kerala and Bengaluru.
But what about, Mohan Bagan and East Bengal?
Yeah.
What about that rivalry now coming into the ISL?
That's the biggest rivalry, and I think that's nothing more the fans can ask for, because Mohan Bagan and East Bengal has been in the top 10 rivalries in the world. Forget India. I mean, if you've seen attendance, people attending 120,000 people attending a football match, that's absolutely unbelievable. And getting that onto the pitch, getting that energy, getting that atmosphere onto the pitch. Although now, I mean, you don't see any crowd. I mean, it's obviously COVID times, but it increases the fan base, it increases the viewership. So it's great for Indian football to have them back in the league.
So before we before we end the football conversation, the title, who's going to pick it up?
My heart says either Kerala or Bengaluru, but probably my mind is saying ATK Mohan Bagan.
You feel so?
That's what I think, and I hope that my mind's wrong this time for the first time, but that's what it is. Yeah.
So we'll know pretty soon. So Karan, moving on from football, you've spoken about finishing strong.
Yeah.
I remember watching an interview of you, when you were at Mumbai City with 3 games to go.
Yeah.
You were saying, we need to finish strong. We need 3 wins.
Yeah.
We need 9 points from these 3 wins. We need to finish strong.
Yeah.
For those of you and me who know you personally, we know that finish strong is something we associate with you now on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
So let's have a look first at the video, and then we'll get right into it.
For sure.
So Karan, finish strong, the tribe. I mean, I have been a part of it since the inception, but why don't you tell us what the tribe is, how it started, and where you are now?
I'll tell you a funny story about finish strong. Actually, we were in Bengaluru in pre-season, and we had this strength and conditioning coach who was from England. He's worked in with the English Army as well, with the commandos. So we imagine him being our SNC coach. We used to do our cool down. We used to do in a swimming pool when it was 5 degrees, and he wouldn't let us show it on our face, the expression. because he didn't want us to be weak or show that, never show your opponents that you are weak at any point. And even if we are doing suicide runs where you keep running in a certain time, you show it on your face, or if you show you're weak, that's the time he would say finish strong. And that's where I caught on to that phrase, and then that's what you hear today on a daily basis. That's how it came. But if we speak about the tribe, we started the tribe, we're three of us. I've got two partners, Robin Bell and Anushka Nandani. We started the tribe on the beach and on the turf. We used to conduct these classes where, we conduct classes of functional training, speed and agility, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and flexibility, mobility, dance, cardio, Pilates, a lot more. And now, since the lockdown, we thought we need to do something different. We want to change. We still want people to get fit. We want people to enjoy, but let's change our model. So we didn't think people would enjoy it so much the way people are today. We thought, let's do it for charity. And we started with 2 weeks where we said, come join in, pay up, but we're going to help the daily wage workers. We're going to help the stray, because they were the most affected during the first 4 weeks of the lockdown. And people actually started enjoying. There was a concept of virtual training. And now, I can see that people are actually seeing results. They're looking forward to training every day. They're looking forward to starting the day or ending up their day with their workouts. So it's not only about physical fitness, it's also about the mind, where we have people telling us where, they're able to give in 100% at work. They're able to give in 100% in their relationships, at home, in their personal life, in their professional life. So, that's what we want, and that's what really keeps us going. That's how the tribe started, and that's where we are today, because we have, I wouldn't say clients, I will say probably we have friends from all across the globe, from more than, 18 countries now, training with us. Yeah.
So, Karan, fitness, you've had coaches around, the country, from around the world.
Yeah.
But there is one inspiration which I know about
Yes.
behind this fitness. So I want to hear it from you.
My inspiration to fitness is, I have both my grandfathers. One's 88, one's 87. Both of them are into working out every single day. Different kinds of workout. My dad's dad, he can walk for an hour and a half straight even now. My mom's dad, he is been into fitness for the last 50 years. His name is Madhukar Talwalkar, and at 87, he still does pull-ups. He does 100 push-ups, and this is not a proverb. He does them. Even if I have to go in and work out with him, I think I'll come out exhausted. I'm telling you, the video that everyone's seen is going to see right now, it's not only to inspire people of our age, but at any age group. If he can, at that age, he eats right, he works out right, he works out for his mind, which helps in him growing as an individual, which helps people grow around him. I'm sure we can as well.
I think something he said in the video, which
Yeah.
is, if you're young, start now.
Yeah.
If you're not too young, start now. And if you're old,
I'll tell you
start
what he
now.
said. So he said, if you're young, you're fortunate, start right away. If you are a little older, you're still fortunate, you can start right away. You can start and change today itself. If you're old, you're wiser, even then you can start today. He's 87. But what he said is that it is, I'm going to quote this. It's a disgrace for a man in his life to be never able to see what his body is capable of. These are the lines that he said, that if a man is not able to see what his body is capable of and what his body can look like, and by body he doesn't mean only the aesthetics, it's also to do with the mind. It's an absolute disgrace. Yeah.
So on that note, let's have a look.
Absolutely.
I am Madhukar Talwalkar. Today I have just completed 87 years of my wonderful life, and I am a very well-known physical culturist in this country. To change oneself, it is never too early and it is never too old. Please take care today. Start. Even if you are young, start today. You are fortunate. Even if you are elder, start today. You are still fortunate. If you are old, you are more wiser and you are still fortunate. Start today. Just give ears to this. What a disgrace it is for a man to grow old without ever seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable of. I'm so fortunate. I'm very much grateful to God, my wife, my family, my entire family, my children, grandchildren, brothers, their families, and my all the friends for always they have showered blessings on me and their best wishes. Today I am at my best of my health. My body never complains about anything. My knees have never troubled me. My lower back has never troubled me. My heart is at its best. But then when I go back, why it's so? My efforts, my guidance from my father, my mother, the food they have given me, the food I eat, the discipline and the life I'm enjoying. And really, if I tell you, today I'm a man of abundance. If you take care about your health, exercise, food, and your mind, sleep, I don't think nothing can happen to you. So take care of exercise. Love your body forever till last. Take care of every centimeter, every point of your body. Your nose, your cheeks, your hair, your thigh, your back, every part of the body. I hope on my 87th birthday, what I have shown you, you have accepted my motivation and inspiration, and I hope you will change your life too.
It's never too early or too old to change. On that note, guys, we come to the end of our All Ball special with Karan. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, leave your comments in the section below. Karan, on behalf of the entire All Balls family, I want to thank you for coming, sharing your moments with us, and I hope you had a nice time.
Absolutely, Rahul. It was a lot of fun, absolute pleasure, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Karan, and good luck. Stay safe.
Thank you.